Good morning. Greetings on this beautiful and yet quite hot Sunday morning as we come together for our time of worship. Before we begin in worship, one piece of business that I want to share with you. We met as a council last Sunday afternoon. We had a great meeting, good conversation. And together we came to a place of understanding that we want to share with you all, and that is that the church is in the same place many other churches are in our area and throughout our nation, as well as many homes where we're struggling financially. And so a couple of things that we are doing in regards to that. One is that this building is quite expensive to air condition and keep power going. It's the most expensive of the buildings we have. And so what we've decided to do is starting on August the 10th, so it won't be next Sunday, but the Sunday after, we are going to move worship into the fellowship hall. It's a smaller space to cool down. Will bring us all a little closer together. We won't be so spread out, and also give us an opportunity to save some money on this building. Now, we will be back in here for homecoming, which is the third Sunday of October, and we will be back in here for Christmas. So we will not miss our Christmas decor and our Christmas services being here. We won't miss homecoming, but we are going to spend some time in the fellowship hall to help save some money. Another thing that we are going to be asking is bringing back a tradition we had several years ago of extra mile giving. That if you are able, and it's whatever the Lord is leading you to, if that's $5 a week, or if you have the ability to do $50 a week, maybe the Lord is leading you to an extra gift. We are inviting you to pray about what you can do in extra mile giving to help as we try to catch up on some things and get back to a place where we are financially stable. I want to say in regards to that while there is concern for our church finances, there is not concern for the church's future. Bethpage is a strong, thriving church in its ministry, in its discipleship, in its mission, and its work in the community. And we are excited about all that God is doing and is going to continue to do through the life of Bethpage United Methodist Church. And so we are not concerned right now about closing. And if you hear words from somewhere or anywhere that we are closing, the answer to that is no, we are not. And we're not going in that direction. We are doing what God's called us to do and putting some emphasis on some areas where we need to put a little bit more focus. So we have a lot of hope as a council of our future, and we want to share that hope with you as well, but we also wanted you to know practically where we are when it comes to church finances. If you have any questions on any of that, please feel free to see myself, to see Sarah, our council chair. You can see Danny, who is our SPRC chair, or Pat, our lay leader, who is out of town this weekend, and we'll be glad to answer any questions that you have. Okay. With that, I want to share a couple of things coming up. And then Beth is going to come and share some announcements with us. Two Bible studies that are coming up. One is we are continuing our study in 1 John. We didn't meet this past week, but we are going to pick up this coming Tuesday and Wednesday in 1 John chapters 1 and 2. So I invite you out for that. That's Tuesdays at 1 o'clock or Wednesdays at 7. And then starting August 10th in the fellowship hall from 3 to 5 is our Revelation study. On the back table in the narthex is the sign-up sheet. There'll also be a QR code for a sign-up online that will be on our Facebook page. Please feel free to share that on your page. The other churches are going to be sharing it on theirs. Community-wide Bible study on Revelation. It is 2 hours. There will be a time of break and refreshments in the middle, so it won't be 2 solid hours. But we look forward to looking into the depth of Revelation and taking out the scary and looking at what John's vision really is about who we're called to be in Christ. So that is coming up starting on August 10th. Beth, if you'll bring us some other announcements.
Good morning. Just a couple announcements. Reminder about the Prayer Trail Ministry every Monday morning. They are meeting in the chapel inside because it is so hot out right now, and eventually we'll start back with a work project, but right now with the heat we're not doing that. So just join them for prayer for about an hour on Monday mornings. Yes.
Grab a microphone. Get a mic. Yes, please. When we don't use the, now that I'm not using mine. When we don't use the mics, the live stream can hear nothing that we're saying. So.
What? Am I on? Yeah. Okay. What I wanted to say is, this past Monday, after I made that crazy trip to Charleston last Sunday, I wasn't here last Sunday because God called me to go to Charleston to see a friend who was in ICU. And when I hear that word ICU, alarms go off in my head because I had triplets, 3 family members in the NICU for 3 months. And this girl that I went to see had pancreatitis. And that scared me because I thought about my wife. The last time she went to the hospital, she didn't come home. So I made a wild and crazy decision last Sunday. I was on my way to church, and I just kept going. I went all the way to Charleston. Never have gone that far by myself. I don't do well on the interstate. I don't do well with seeing or hearing, and my memory is not as good. I was amazed that I even went and how smooth. But when I got there, she was out of ICU. She's so happy that y'all were praying for her. She said, the prayers are working. And but what I wanted to say was that Monday morning, I came to pray at the church. I stayed here for 2 hours. I was the only one here. But I was listening to music on my iPhone, and every song that I was playing, God spoke to me through those songs. See, God has been dealing with me for several years now. I started coming here to Bethpage. I felt called to be here because I've been walking on the prayer trail. When I walk on the prayer trail, Jesus walks with me. That's why I'm so much bolder now about talking and starting up a prayer ministry. And I just felt, when I was praying this past Monday, I was crying. See, on Spotify, I listen to music on Spotify. I can't, because I don't pay for the account, I can't choose which songs I want to listen to or the order. I can make a playlist, but then I don't get to choose the order, and I have to listen to commercials and all this. And I sat there for 2 hours, listening to music, and every song, Jesus spoke to me. The other thing, I'm going on a little bit here.
I think your battery's dead.
Battery.
We lost your mic, yeah.
Hey, can you hear me now? No. Well, I'll just talk louder. I felt called
There it is.
to Bethpage for one reason. The church that I got saved, the Baptist church, eventually had to shut down. When I come in this sanctuary, it looks almost exact. It's the same architecture as
Okay, thanks, Billy. Further announcements, the Golden Agers will meet this Wednesday at 11:30 at the Wayside Restaurant on Branchview Drive. It's kind of in front of the Food Line at the intersection of Branchview and Concord Salisbury Road. And just looking ahead, there'll be a joint worship with all the churches of the Missional Network on August 31st at 10:30 at Mount Olivet. We will still have Sunday school here. There are more announcements in your calendar. Just be sure to keep that where you can get to it and see what's going on in the church. With that said, let's take a moment to pass the peace.